Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Voice of CA Pakistan. I am Amara Gondal. Today we will be discussing about redefining leadership, women's empowerment in shaping tomorrow's businesses. Most of you know me very well. For those who don't know me, I am the first woman member of the Northern Regional Committee of ICAP, and I was the first to break the barrier, which is our topic today, who broke the barriers to become the first chairperson of the Northern Regional Committee in the last term, and this year I'm chairing their CPD committee. And by profession, I have close to 20 years of experience. I'm currently leading a multinational JV in Pakistan as Chief Financial Officer. And this is my privilege and honor to welcome Miss Uzma Adil Khan to our show. She needs no introduction, but I would like to give a few words about Miss Uzma. She spent around 15 years in SNGPL, which is a public sector company, starting from mid-level career and reaching to the top as managing director. Then she was the first woman chairperson of the regulatory authority, 𝐸GRA, breaking the barriers once again. And today she is chairing the board of directors of the service group. Thank you so very much, Ms. Uzma, and welcome on board.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today, we would be talking about that how CA women can actually break the barriers, how can we reach at the tops, what are the challenges that face, and how we can take steps to redefine leadership, and how we can, advocate for the women empowerment at leadership positions. So starting from your personal experience, so we would love to hear about your journey, your experience in initial years, what challenges you faced, and how you overcome all those challenges to become at the top positions.
Well, I have been well armed with the degree of chartered accountancy attached to me. That is where I got my power from. I must say that being associated with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan and being the owner of this degree really gave me the strength. It really equipped me to enter in the business world, to enter in any competition with anyone. I could hold my own. So basically, it is my qualification, my professional qualification, which gave me all this strength. So I need to thank you, CA Pakistan, for all that you've equipped me with.
So talking about a few of the challenges or the barriers that you faced in your initial career, mid-level, because we see that reaching at a very male-dominated organization is none easy. So we would like to hear that what were the few challenges you may like to talk about it and how you overcome those.
I somehow never seem to forget that when I joined an organization, and it was really male-dominated, and I joined at a mid-career level. So initially, the starting days, I thought, okay, fine, they will give me the work, they will start giving me work, but they would always say, okay, we'll do it. I would go up to my seniors and ask them to assign me specific assignments. And they would say, okay, you just take this manual, read it, and go through all the manuals. Okay, I said, and I went through all the manuals which they gave me. Then they would put me on some other manual, but they would not assign me any job, any specific task. And I noted that my juniors were getting direct instructions from my seniors, and of course, both sides were males. They were getting instructions from my seniors, and work was being assigned to them. I understood very clearly that they are just trying to bypass me and give the work directly because they are not very comfortable interacting through me. They didn't have any women in the organization in those positions prior to my joining. So they didn't know. They were more comfortable with each other. There was no language barrier. They would talk to each other very frankly and openly. And sometimes they would use unparliamentary language.
Yeah.
Which obviously, with a woman around, they had to be careful. They had to be careful of the language they used. They had to be careful of the way they behaved, the way they sat, the way they spoke to each other. So I kept noting this because I had worked previously in so many organizations, but this was a very large organization. SUI Northern is a very large organization. So what I tried, I just used to go down to my juniors and see the work which they got and then try to give my opinion on it. Now probably the juniors are also very comfortable that the seniors are giving us direct work without letting her come in between. They were also very comfortable. So, but I made it very clear that no, this has to stop. The work has to go through me because if I am in a position, I have to be responsible for that. I am responsible for the work, so I cannot be bypassed. So this is exactly what I did. I used to sit with my juniors, give them instructions, give them suggestions on how to improve the work. And they were just, initially they did resist, but eventually I won. I won, my persistence won, and I really broke a barrier that time when they got that message loud and clear that the work has to be routed through me and I have not to be bypassed. My seniors got this message, my juniors got this message, and then it was smooth sailing.
Definitely. So from this, what I get, there were a little kind of, gender biases, they were involved as such. And when we are particularly talking about at the leadership positions, then it becomes more pronounced. There is more gender bias, there are more stereotypes attached to it. And particularly when you are middle career, the intensity is lesser. And when you have to be promoted at higher positions, it gets more challenging to overcome that. So would you like to shed a little light about it and explain more?
That is purely how hard you're willing to work. If you're not willing to work hard, you should not expect to be promoted. If you have to work harder than your male peers, and you have to prove your competence, and you have to be so dedicated in your work. The best approach is work in the best interest of the organization which you serve. If you work in the best interest of the organization which you serve, you can never go wrong. You can literally never go wrong, because that message filters through everything, and your competence and your hard work and your, what do you call niyat in English, your heart's desire that whatever you have to do, your organization should benefit from it.
Yeah.
If you're working in the best interest of the organization, there is nothing to stop you from reaching the top. Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing
exactly.
stops you.
Okay, so when we say, we have actually made ourselves to the top, now we have to sustain ourselves. When CA women or women reach to the CFO position, CEO position, even partner of the firm. So this is imperative for us to influence. And there is always a kind of bias, and this is a little more difficult for us to influence. So how challenging it is, and how we can overcome those challenges to influence our decisions, and to stop themselves being judged, and be more effective in your decision making and leadership positions.
So when you reach senior positions and you worked your way through the mid-career positions, so when you reach the senior positions, what you need to prove to the others is that you are not a threat to them. You are an asset for them. And for proving yourself to be an asset for them and the organization, you are an asset for the organization. So what you need to do is you need to really bring forth your competence and do work harder than before, because being at the top is a very lonely position. You get to take the blame for everything which goes wrong, and anything which you will do right is they'll say, oh, the whole organization will hardly get credit for it. But you should be prepared for that, because you should be on the top of it. You have to do your homework well, you have to do your research work well, but most of all, you have to have your top team on board. If they will feel that you are a threat to them, and if they feel that you are going to let them down in front of others, don't give this impression. You tell them you all are a team and everybody's success depends on the other person. And if you make them feel that, take that ownership in the organization, they will not resent you. They will accept you. They will accept you for your hard work. They will accept you for your competence. They will accept you for your honesty and your dedication. That's it.
Very well said. And one important thing that you just highlighted, that is very important for you to complete your homework. So from this, I would like to ask my next question, that what strategies do you recommend that CA women particularly can adopt in order to upskill themselves, remain updated, up to date, and be at the top in technical and soft skills?
Nothing short of research. Keep yourself updated. Nothing really changes in finance, but there are many more. The media is such that you can get access to so many things. So you keep yourself abreast of what is happening in the world. Just don't remain confined to your organization. There are similar organizations in the world. Do your research on them. Then add value to your homework. Add value to your suggestions. You can always add value when you give examples, and with proper research work done, you add value to yourself. Your opinion is then valued. Your opinion is honored. They understand that she's not just speaking for the heck of speaking. She's done her work well, and it will shine through.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Usma. And this comes to an end to our first episode. And we will be seeing you again in our next episode. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for calling me. Thank you.